Oh, you know, I like this. This is Olivia Dean. Olivia Dean. Good vibes, man. And you know we need them good vibes because things are crazy in the city right now. DC, what up? PG, what up? East Coast, what up? We international. All the way, all the way from New York. They listening to us on the smoke section. High thoughts. Shout out to NYC. If you've been following the news, then you've seen the results of the Democratic elections. Man, shout out to my man, first Muslim. This is a big deal. In a city that's primarily Jewish. Nothing wrong with the Jews. We got love for the Jews. We got love for the Jews. But man, alhamdulillah, for a Muslim to be voted as mayor in New York City, is major. My girl in Virginia, she just won. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a clean sweep with Democrats across the board. Now, let me say this. I'm not some big Democrat. It gotta be Democrat, it gotta be Democrat, it gotta be Democrat. No, right is right. You know, before Reagan, I was just talking to somebody earlier, before Reagan, Democrats was like the white party, I mean, so to speak. You know, Lincoln and all them, they was Republicans. The black senators, right after slavery, they was Republicans. So it wasn't until the trickle down Reaganomics, when they was shipping cocaine and heroin into black neighborhoods. This is documented, not by Olivia Dean, but by Oliver North, who was a military general who had to testify to these things at open court. He had full immunity. So look, you gotta be careful when y'all started getting into these politics and I'm a red and I'm blue and I'm this and I'm that. And all of that division is on purpose. Keep you confused about what's going on now. You so strong on this side that it don't matter if they make a good point over here because that ain't my side. So I'm not this and I'm not Republican and I'm not Democrat. And so now we like this instead of saying, let's come together, figure this thing out. So wishful thinking. But salute, it looked like a lot of good people was elected and we'll see. Some people say, what do elections do? We don't really have no power to vote, don't mean nothing. I disagree. I'm not saying I don't believe politics and definitely not these elections are the 100%. But I think it's a piece of the puzzle. I think just like for any planet. See, you gotta think, man, like I done seen this shit. Whether it's in music, whether it's the streets, whatever you're talking about, you need a team. Different things play different positions. Different people play different positions. But so you need people out there banging on the pots in the streets about, hell no, we won't go. You need somebody in the boardroom coming up with plans. Okay, we're going to get sponsorships from this person. We get funds from this, funds from that, grants from here, grants from there. You need a whole team. You need somebody who's going right there and teaching everybody, okay, this is how you do this is how you do that. You need a team. Everybody, one person can't do it all. Ain't supposed to. I mean, you can, but it won't work out like that. It won't last long. So, salute to everybody that's in the fight. Salute to everybody in the fight. And look, I pray that the Muslim brother has a success. He got a lot of big dreams. He got a lot of big things he's trying to do. He's trying, free healthcare, free public transportation, all sorts of things. And so, listen, God willing, he get it done because, like we said, we're going to talk about Van Jones' sucker ass in a second, but I like what he said. We can talk about it right now, matter of fact. I'm sick of the Stephen A. Smiths and the Van Jones. These guys. Trump get up on TV. He say, fuck this, fuck that, bullshit that. Grab him by the pussy. You okay with it. Anybody speak out against him, Jasmine. This one, that one. Gavin Newsom. You don't say too much about Gavin because he a white man. But anytime somebody of a color got something to say, listen, I like my man. He came out on that stage last night after he won with his chest out. Said, Trump, I know you listening. You know me. He said, I know you listening. I about to say, I know you listening, nigga. But he said, I know you listening, Trump. And he like, listen, if you gonna come try to take me down, you gonna try to stop me, you gotta stop all of us. Cause we just toppled down a legacy act. Shit. Governor Como is a legacy. I mean, that's a political legacy family, that whole thing. And you let a Muslim from the trenches, an immigrant. We all immigrants. Let's be clear. Word to my girl Sharice, we all immigrants. Right? The only people that's indigenous to this land is people that look like me. Number one, black, brown, red, you know what it is. Some would even say that the so-called red Native American was a construct and that the originals look mostly like me and were people that came here hundreds of years before slavery even existed. But that's a whole nother conversation that a lot of people ain't really ready to have. It's a little truth in both, right? I believe it was people here already. I believe our people got here. I believe they made something beautiful happen together for years. And then by the time Columbus and this white man, whoever else, and the rest of them come around, you know the rest of the story. So, fast forward. Because the same thing that happened back there is happening right now. They taking away our food. They taking away the health care. People think, well, SNAP, they take away. But that's not just, that's health care. That's food. You got to think at the same time, people furloughed, don't got no money. People losing their jobs. It's the end of the fiscal year. People losing contracts. People, they downsizing. Amazon laying over 100,000 people off. Government, 200,000 people laid off, furloughed. Not a check in sight. Then they got to sit in a food line. It's a 3-hour-long wait just so you get a couple bags of groceries, produce. Imagine the people that's making these decisions, putting people in these type of predicaments. It's incredible, and it's incredibly insensitive, but it's the time we in. Trump done catered this thing, and I seen a lot of people send me the thing that talk about the mayor of DC gonna help out with the food stamps. And then they come out a couple days later that Trump is saying they're gonna help out with. So it wasn't her at all. It wasn't her. It was something that came down from on high. Seems like they in cahoots with a lot of the decision making. But if it was a decision, whoever the decision was, let's feed the people. This shouldn't be no politicized thing where it's like, do you get credit for making sure people eat? Yeah, people, millions of people depend on this to eat. Millions. You don't get to take that right away for no fucking political back and forth. Man, but they doing it. They doing it. I say, I see a lot of people talk about this blackout. They're going to do a blackout November 25th to December 2nd, I think, or December 4th. I say do it from November 25th on to the New Year. Fuck Christmas. Let's skip right past it. We can have a bottle or something for the New Year. Hey, Happy New Year. We made it. That's our thing. That's us. We celebrated us. We made it. But don't get it fucked up. Ain't no way in hell we should be somewhere doing this capitalistic ass buy one, get one. This half off. This markdown. Christmas sale. Buy a new car. Buy a new this. Number one, because of these tariffs, y'all ain't about to do nothing but skyrocket all the prices. So something that was $75 about to be $125 for y'all give us a 25 market discount? Get the fuck on. Y'all control the market. Y'all control the prices. So y'all ain't gonna do nothing but raise the prices, do the fucking roof, and then give us a fraction of a discount. A discount of the already higher prices that you just gave us. We know what it is. I say you take this time to be with your family. Get back to the essence of it. What was it really about? Do something nice. Go somewhere nice. Enjoy each other's time, whatever. But I don't think we should be somewhere in Walmart, Target, and all these motherfuckers, Amazon, giving these billionaires billions of more dollars while we hurting and suffering. Fuck that. Fuck that. This is time to get close to your family, let them know what it really is. These new election results won't really take effect. We won't really see much of the change for years to come, maybe, right? In some of these places, a year or two. But fingers crossed, because I see what they're doing in Chicago. I see what they did in New York, Virginia. I see what they're doing in some of these other states. Hey, DC, we on the clock. DMV, we on the clock. I like West. I like all of this thing. Also Brooks, whoever. I like whoever. But this is the time to figure out, do my vote really matter? And don't just go back and say, oh, he look like me, he black, or he cool. Because clearly people that look like you, look at Stephen A. Smith. Motherfuckers that look like you, let me just say this. Motherfuckers can look like you all day long, don't got your back for real. They can know you, won't put a phone call, hey, them niggas outside, they just gonna say, well, let me walk down the street, ain't got nothing to do with me. And people like that in positions of power are dangerous and very scary. Because they got no moral backbone, no code. You don't want to fuck with nobody like that. They will fuck you over first chance, sell you down Shit's Creek. Now, if they do that to you, what you think they'd do to their own people? And if they do that to their people, what you think they'd do to the public? So you gotta be careful. You know, that leads me to this. Just recently on November 4th, they had a, kind of like quiet as kept, vote if they was going to extend this DC youth curfew. Now, I know y'all seen recently there was this big fight on Halloween, right, with the youth of DC in Navy Yard against the federal marshals or federal agents or federal fucking somebody, the troops, the National Guard. Now, I will say this. I was out there, not far, right there in Southwest doing the pumpkin smash for the kids for the Halloween. Them kids that was out there in Navy Yard, they wasn't somewhere being rowdy. They wasn't somewhere starting shit. It's Halloween, bro. They just getting away. It's water front right there. It's chilling. They chilling. They, relaxing. Having a good time. And then out of nowhere, you got all these fucking National Guard come on the scene. And they coming on the scene heavy. Military. You know what time it is. They got that look to them. They enforcing shit. They fuck with people for no reason. And so now people are tired of it. These kids, let me remind you, all of these videos and pictures we see back in the 60s and the 70s of the protests and all, these was youngins. It wasn't old motherfuckers out there with Martin Luther King. It was the youngins, snicking them. The Panthers was youngins. Think about it. Read up, do your research. Figure out about Huey Newton. Figure out about who Lil Bobby was. You know who Chairman Fred is. These was young guys who stood up for something. You look at Pac, you think he was 40 years old. He was 24, 25. 25 when he died. So they done convince you to make you think if you young, you just a young nigga, YN. You just a young, rowdy, stupid motherfucker. But if you got some brain, man, get the fuck out of here. They convinced you that being gangster was being stupid. They convinced you that being gangster wasn't taking care of your people. The mob and all that shit was about community, nigga. The gangs, all of that shit was about taking care of the community. Protecting ourselves, policing ourselves too. So when you see somebody violating, doing something fraud or wrong or fucked up, you check that shit. But you check it with authority and with moral vigor, valor. We don't need these dirty police, these corrupt motherfuckers coming in. So these kids tired of it. They gave up. They say, fuck it. They fighting. They ready to go. Couple kids got locked up. Is it right? I'm not saying fight the police. But how long would you be abused and harassed and tormented before finally you say, fuck it? I got to stand up for me. So, I hope everybody stays safe. In the meantime, let's try to get some shit done. But secretly you had this vote on November. So after this happened on November 1st, the mayor of DC put this emergency thing in place where she extended the curfew. It's from 11 o'clock till 6 o'clock in the morning. And then on November 4th, real quiet as kept, they went and had this vote for the extension. I think they extended, pushed this somewhere in 2026 in February, 90 days or something like that, 3 months. But what it does is gives these people opportunity to decide what zones they're going to make a curfew zone. So now the curfew can be as early as 7 p.m. So they don't have to, they can act like it's just random. But really they know where black youth are. They know where brown youth are. So they'll just make that the zone. And then when they catch a kid in a group of 8 or more, by the way, that's just me and my homies, me and a couple friends. But if the curfew going on now, think about it, whatever zone they in, they catch you in that zone. You don't know it's the zone. You walking around, you're 15 years old. You don't know that they deem this neighborhood you walking in a zone. So now you just walking in the zone at 7 o'clock, but now they just passed something the night before so you can go in there and harass people. So now they can fuck with you. And we know that more than that, when there are accidents, when there's slip-ups, when incidents happen with the police and people of color, no, the police, period, it's with people of color. And we also know that these curfews don't stop shit. 151%. The last time they did a toll, violence went up 151% during the curfew. The streets is clear. So the ones that's the killers and the shooters, guess what? They don't give a fuck about your curfew. That just means there's less bystanders out there. We still won't get out, man. So you have to address the problem. You can't put a Band-Aid in. Let me tell you. I will read off who voted yes, who voted no. But salute to the ones who voted no. You see what happened when that white intern got shot up? That's what this is about. That's the reason why all of this is making a fuss. Because as long as it was little black kids in Southeast getting shot, Northeast getting shot, Uptown getting shot, little Hispanic kids Uptown getting shot, PG County, as long as it's all of them, it's fine. The white intern gets shot, now we got to do something about the problem. You know, I think part of the problem is people don't even realize, like, you know, it's shit going on at homes. I think we look at it and say, oh, these kids, they just, why they not at home? Where the parents? Valid questions. Valid questions. But what about people that don't have a home? What about the kids that don't have good parents? Good. What about kids whose parents working late night shift to pay bills, to feed the kids, put food on the table? What about the ones whose situation ain't as rosy as yours? What about the kid that got to walk through 2-3 neighborhoods to get to a school, right? And because niggas in his neighborhood is beefing with people in them neighborhoods, it's a life or death thing for them just to get to school. What if it's so many people standing in the house that they don't even get a chance to take a hot shower before they go to school? They got to wear the same clothes. Utilities in the house is broken, so they don't get to have fresh clothes. It's so many things going on that I don't even think you comprehend. So now they going to school, they sharing each other's clothes. They walking with each other in groups to protect each other. They wearing these ski masks so don't nobody from these other neighborhoods know that it's them or recognize them and put a face to them being from this neighborhood, and now they got an op. Or somebody recognize them for being in somebody's YouTube video, and now they getting shot on the way to school. Do y'all understand this, or do you not give a fuck? You just want to give them something to, okay, I heard everybody who voted for it, everybody who voted for it, oh, this isn't a permanent fix, it's just a temporary solution. Well, what's the fix? If you give a fuck. Because I haven't heard anybody talk about any fixes. They talk about this guy in New York and they say, well, how is he going to get it all done? At least he give a fuck. At least he got some ideas. Chicago, oh, why Stephen A. bitch ass, you know, you talking about these people, you know, if you just do this and play, you know, if you talk nice and why would you disrespect? Man, fuck all that. The time for playing nice is over with. Nobody who ever got anything, and I mean anybody who was ever abused, harassed, oppressed, nobody who was ever oppressed ever got their freedom from being nice to their oppressor. The oppressor damn sure ain't come say, hey, here you go. You've been such a pal about this whole thing. You got to fight. You got to take yours. You got to take your freedom. So salute to everybody. Every group that's marginalized, they got to figure out a way to make it happen. Salute to you and yours. These youngins going to be all right. Some going to get locked up. Some won't. God willing, nothing more than that happens. But we know from the reports that recently come out about the federal invasion that plenty of things happen, and these police just file it inappropriately, don't tell the truth in the documentation. Federal agents were shooting people, civilians. Things happen. This and this happened. It was covered up. Nobody talk about it. I hope this is not what we're dealing with again. Hey, from me to you, you already know what it is. Stay strong. Fight just beginning. Salute.